Hello and welcome to Marietta High School for the UPSL premiere presentation of Potros FC taking on LSA Norcross Pro. For those who are not aware, LSA Norcross Pro, previously Limeño, Georgia, rebranding into a new name to follow under their LSA Norcross Academy. Now following into the UPSL premiere, we've got a pretty good crowd out here tonight at Marietta High School as we take a look at the starting lineup for Potros FC, coming off of a U.S. Open Cup qualifying win against North Georgia United. There's a few changes, 3 changes to the lineup, all of them coming in the defense today. Latrell Bradshaw started in the defense last week, moves into the midfield, and now we will see Eric Graham, Caden Macias return to the lineup, and Quasi Paul getting his first start of the season. We'll be back to bring you the presentation in just a moment. So 3 changes, Eric Graham and Caden Macias coming back into the starting lineup. They were not eligible for the U.S. Open Cup qualifying match due to joining the roster after the submission deadline for U.S. Open Cup qualifying. They get back into the UPSL lineup. Quasi Paul comes in to replace the injured Omar Barrow, who picked up a aggravated hamstring in that match last week that saw him replaced late on. LSA Norcross Pro come into this game in poor form. They've got 2 consecutive losses. Last week on Thursday night, they traveled to Atlanta United Academy's training ground and they lost 1-0 in a match that was replayed after being abandoned due to lightning. And then they went to U.S. Open Cup qualifying against Kalonji Pro Profile. They took an early lead, then they went behind. They tied up the game 2-2 in the second half, and then 2 late goals from Kalonji Pro Profile. So LSA Norcross entering the U.S. Open Cup qualifying under Limeño, Georgia, and they were eliminated in the second round of qualifying. Now they're trying to get back to winning ways, facing off against Potros FC in a highly contested, highly awaited matchup. 2 teams at the top of Zone 2 in the Premier Division. 2 teams that know each other very well over the years. 2 of the longest standing clubs in the UPSL, although they have gone in and out. They are here today. So here we come with the teams lining up. We'll be back in just a moment.
Manda 2 pesos. Agárralo así.
So moments from kickoff as the teams shake hands. LSA Norcross Pro coming into the game, currently sitting in 3rd place in Zone 2 with 3 wins and 1 loss on the season. Potros coming in first place with 3 wins, no losses or draws. They've been perfect so far, including all competitions, including U.S. Open Cup qualifying. Now they're going to face the team who's been a thorn in their side for the last couple of years, throughout the years. Last season, the only team to defeat Potros in the regular season was Limeño, Georgia, now playing under LSA Norcross Pro. It was here at Marietta High School. We return back again, Potros looking to come on top today. It's going to be a difficult one. Frankie Ruiz getting his side together. He missed the starting lineup. 3 changes from their U.S. Open Cup qualifying match last week. Cameron Verona continues in goal. Eric Graham and Caden Macias return to the starting lineup after missing out due to not being eligible. They missed the roster submission deadline for U.S. Open Cup qualifying. And then Quasi Paul comes into the back line replacing Omar Barrow. And Latrell Bradshaw will move into the midfield, and Daniel Rohr will move to the bench. Sebi Morello, Pedro Valenzuela, Kevin Ruiz, Mark Darinho Bino, and Pedro Lima will round out the starting lineup, all led by the captain, Benjamin Uranga, who has gone back into the defensive line this year after playing in the midfield last season for most of the season. He leads the team from the back line, as he has done for over 160 games with the club. Another opportunity here tonight in Marietta, Georgia, under the lights. About to get kicked off. The final words from the teams in their huddles. LSA Norcross will get us kicked off as the referee checks his watch and makes sure everything's ready. We're at 6:59 p.m., so we're going to kick off right at 7, it seems. And it's going to be a fun match here tonight. We're happy to bring it to you here on the Potros YouTube channel. Unfortunately, we were not able to get a roster from LSA, so we do know some of the players from previous seasons, but we don't know everybody, so we will do our best to call out the players as we can. We know one player that's hard to miss in the squad is Xavier Juke, the tall midfielder, and we get underway here. LSA gets us started. The long ball to the side, Graham having to head it out for a throw-in early on. Can either of these sides pull ahead in the title race in Zone 2, solidify a top place? LSA, 2 losses in 2 matches, in their last 2 matches. They start on the front foot, getting into the half. We know how good they are with the ball in the midfield. They're going to play it around the back. We know the style that they like to play over the years as well. They've seen them many times playing the long ball, as we see there, the long switches. Caden Macias gets his head to that one. Now here's Quasi Paul. These 2 teams also met in preseason, in the final week of preseason. LSA took a 2-0 lead early on in the match, and Potros was not able to respond. The match ended 2-0. Here's Juf for LSA, a standout player for them this season. He got a really nice goal in that U.S. Open Cup qualifying match against Kalanji Pro Profile. And they're doing well to keep the ball around the back, moving it from side to side, looking for the runners, as we know they like to do. Here they come directly to the front. Paul gets his foot to it, and Uranga helps to clean up the second chance. And back to Verona. We saw Cameron Verona receive his first clean sheet of the season last time out. Conceded 1 goal in all other matches before that. Coming in with a 3-1 win against Dalton United, a 7-1 win against Birmingham, and then a 4-1 win on the opening weekend against North Georgia United. Here's Darinho in a position off of the flicked header from Morello. He's looking for the feet of Ruiz. Ruiz wanted it to his feet. Darinho wanted it in front of him, and it rolls out for a goal kick. We thank you for joining us here tonight. This is the second of the doubleheader. Potros FC U23s were in action before this in UPSL Division 1 action. They came out with a loss to Scenic City Soccer Club 2, 3-2. Almost shot themselves in the foot as they were ahead twice in that match and ended up losing for the second time this season. Their premier counterparts out here tonight have been perfect so far. They're the last undefeated team in the Premier Division between both zones after Atletico Buford lost their first match last night against FC Columbus. So the playoff champions, defending playoff champions, Potros, trying to keep their perfect record and stay undefeated. They've got a tough competition in front of them, as we mentioned. Coach Josue Galdames, La Mochila, has gotten the better of Potros in multiple occasions. This time will be difficult nonetheless. Here's a chance for Potros to maybe get their first attack of the game. Here's Lima with pressure in his back. Going down the line, and then a tackle comes in from LSA to get that ball out. A throw in from Eric Graham into the box, looking to find the head of Morello, comes off of a Limeño player, and will be a corner kick. And apologies if we call Limeño, we know that the name that we're used to calling them. They're interchangeable. They're going under LSA Norcross Pro, the Sharks. And Potros get the first corner of the match. Kwesi Paul and Benjamin Oranga coming forward, lining up on that goal line. Pedro Lima puts it across, comes off the head in the back post, headed away, and nearly the first chance of the game. I think that was Paul who got the header. Will be a corner kick as it's cleared away. Take a quick look before they start again. It just goes down as a shot on target. As Lima put that ball right across. They had all the players on the goal line. And it was actually Morello who got his head to it. They're going to have the corner, leaves it for Lima again. Goes across again. Paul puts it down in front of the goal. Cleared away. Still work to do. And tackling, a lunging tackle from Paul stops the counterattack. Lima wins it back. Here they come again. Gets it to Paul in the box. Tried to leave it for, I believe that was Ruiz. A little difficult to see the difference in the players from up here in the press box, but Ruiz winning it back up high up the field and now cleared away in behind. Verona going to come out of his box to collect it. Sends it back down. Can they keep it in play? Balls to the head of Ruiz, who heads it to the middle. Dadinho bringing it down, just can't get control. Here's LSA. Early signs of dangers from Potros from the set pieces. But the score stays level in the 6th minute. Strong start, LSA. Trying to get some control back underway. Playing it around the back line as they like to do. It's going to be hard to take the ball off of them from there. Here's Paul in the middle, bringing it down to Morello. Morello has pressure, tried to flick it onto Lima, but just too heavy. Ball thrown in down the line. Graham winning it back. Has pressure. Gets it to Lima. Lima's with 2 players around him and a flick on. Graham able to collect it back and go back to Paul. Nice touch to beat the pressure on him. Plays it to the middle to Valenzuela. Valenzuela wide to Macias, who's driving down that line from the right back position. Still Macias. Switched out here to Graham. Eric Graham looks to put it into the box. It was behind Ruiz. And kept in play by LSA. Go 1v1 with Ruiz, gets past him. Ruiz tries to get back to stop the ball forward, but can't do so. Takes a bounce behind him and still running with it. And a foul going to be called there against Macias. Free kick for LSA Norcross. Play out of Meadow Creek High School in Norcross, Georgia. They go short, carrying the ball into the middle. Now a ball comes in from behind, trying to bring it down. Lima was there to make it difficult. A ball into the middle. Bradshaw's there to pick it up. Gets it to Lima. Lima carrying the ball himself and pulled down. And that's definitely going to be the first card of the game. Yellow card early on for LSA Norcross, stopping the counterattack. It's something that we've seen over the years with Limeño under Coach Galdames. When the other team gets to the attack, they'll foul if they need to try to break up the plays early on. So first foul of the match earns the first yellow card for LSA Norcross. Paul on the free kick. Looking for options. They've got players forward on the back line. He goes direct, looking for Kevin Ruiz. Tries to control, has pressure all around him. No foul called, and LSA with a chance to break the other way. They play it in behind. Graham heads it back to Verona. Great work there from Eric Graham. A great reinforcement for Frankie Ruiz's side. You feel a little bit difficult after the performance from Bradshaw in the Open Cup qualifying alongside Sebastian Lopez, who got his first start of the season, but it just shows the level of competition not only in the league but within the squad and the depth that they have, and they're going to need it as they've got some difficult fixtures coming up and lots of them. A ball over the top by Oranga, bounces at the edge of the box. Goalkeeper of LSA comes out to collect. I believe that's Farias, the goalkeeper. Again, we don't have a roster, but we know that they have played with Farias in goal for most of last season. Here's Paul heading the ball towards the middle. A good midfield battle there. Forced all the way back to the keeper. Dadinho putting the pressure on. Gets a bit of a touch on it. And now falls to the feet of Lima. Here he comes into the box. Pedro Lima. Off of the LSA player, wins the second corner of the match. Pressure from Dadinho paying off as he just managed to get a bit of a touch, forcing the error and falling to the feet of Lima. Lima's going to put another one across. This time it's punched away by Farias, I believe, and now cleared. A dangerous corner kick tactic for Frankie Ruiz, something they probably worked on in the training ground over the week, and the ball cleared forward by Verona. Ends up going back and forth a bit, and now Limeño, LSA Norcross with possession. Looking for a chance to put a cross in themselves. Goes towards the middle. Morello back to pick that one out and get it away to safety. Take a quick look at that one again. The amount of players in front of the goalkeeper made it difficult, but he did well. He managed to deal with the ball well. Here's LSA Norcross again. Lima working well to get enough of a touch to put it away, and Graham able to clear. Takes a bounce, and Ruiz picks up the bouncing ball. Tried to head it down to Dadinho. Was just behind him, and Macias now picking up the loose ball. Here's Macias. Plays it in behind. Morello was running from deep. Dealt with by Norcross well. Here's Joff for Norcross. Plays it out wide. I believe that's Gutierrez. And Kwesi Paul stepping in the way. Keeps it in play. Gets it down. But actually, referee puts the flag up. It looked from here that it did not cross the line completely, but referee on the field said it did. LSA Norcross with a great crowd, as they usually do. Sure, you could hear their cheers and screams and vices as the match goes on. So far, not too many fouls, but one yellow card for LSA Norcross for stopping the attacking opportunity from Pedro Lima. Here they come forward again. Morello quickly to it, winning the ball back. Morello getting it wide to Lima. Pressure coming from both sides. Lima going towards the middle himself. Can't keep the possession on the second attempt, but Bradshaw wins it right back. Now Lima can try again. Plays it out to Macias, who's running from the outside. Goes down too easily. Oh, but now the foul does get called, so spoke a little early there. Free kick taken quickly. Put in the box, Morello, but the flag comes up for offside. Not sure if it was on Morello or if it was on Darinho. They might have said that Darinho impacted the play. We'll see if we can take a look on the replay whether we can see the position. It looks like Darinho was the one who was offside. He did not play the ball, but it seems that he impacted the defender's ability to play the ball, so that's the call there. Either way, the header from Morello is not really going to challenge the keeper. Now the ball played wide. Macias picking it back up. Here's Valenzuela with space to carry. Gets it wide to Ruiz and continues his run. Ruiz plays the feet of Darinho. The ball's played off of him. And just the Potros players surrounding the ball, winning it back. Here's Darinho trying to find Lima's run, but it's just too heavy. Long ball over the top, forcing Potros to play near their own goal. Oranga dealt with it well, heading it back to veteran goalkeeper Cameron Verona, inching his way towards 100 appearances in the 90s. Adds another one tonight. His ball forward helped Potros move up the field with a throw in the opposing half. Macias trying to play it in behind. Played back in the middle by Norcross. Joff was there to bring it down. Now once again, the Potros players surrounding these Norcross players, making it very difficult, but they get out of it that time and play a ball in behind. Hall heads back to Verona this time. Kwesi Paul back in the starting lineup for the first time this season. Ball over the top. It's cleared only into the path of Lima. He goes for goal. And what a finish there from Pedro Lima, getting his fifth goal of the season, opening the scoring tonight. What a golazo. He's just becoming natural for him now. He's had another one a few weeks ago against Dalton United, and he repeats it here today. A shot from the edge of the box into that top corner. Nothing that the goalkeeper could do. Potros 1, LSA Norcross Pro 0. What a finish there from Pedro Lima. Just turned 20 a few weeks ago. As to his goal tally, we haven't even mentioned Nazario and Bomio, who returns to the lineup today, leads the goal scoring with 7 goals in just 2 matches. Pedro Lima, second place, right behind him with 5 goals now. An excellent finish there from Pedro Lima. Caught me off guard. It was an incredible shot from about 29 yards from goal. And play stopped. Looks like a foul called on Mark Darinho. Not sure what exactly happened, but play continues. Something that the referee picked up on that we didn't see here in the press box. That I didn't see here in the press box. It's just me today. Norcross trying to go direct again. Again, too heavy, and Verona will be able to pick it up. And now LSA Norcross find themselves behind again. We'll see what they can do to try to find their way back in this game again. They were the only team to defeat Potros last season in the regular season, coming away with a 2-1 victory with a late winner. But they trailed today. And Lima scored a really nice goal against them last season as well. So here they come again. Oranga just cutting it all out in the middle. It's going to be a very tough battle for this LSA Norcross Pro, going against Oranga and Kwesi Paul, the 2 veteran defenders. So much experience between them. But they try again. Here they come. Uranga getting in the way again. It slips through. Paul gets a tackle in that time. Comes out to the far side. Macias keeps it in to get it for a throw instead of a corner. Just the tackles coming in. Strong legs. Making it extremely difficult for this team. Throw in for Norcross, looking to get into a dangerous position, try to get anything in their favor. Vronoff his line gets a punch to it, still getting up from the field, but then cleared by, I believe that's Ruiz. Played back out wide. Here they come again. And that one's going to go over the top without any danger. Potros starting this game off strong as they continue to try to stay undefeated, trying to defend their playoff championship from last season. Ball over the top, falls to Norcross. They play it back in. Paul now heads away. And now Norcross will reset and try from the back. Danino putting the pressure on early. Tried to cut off the pass, did so unsuccessfully. Now Lima follows behind. Potros able to get some more players forward, and Valenzuela wins it back. Danino was coming from an offside position, unfortunately not able to finish the play there. Take a look at that one again real quick. As Norcross tries to get us back underway, but we'll see if we can come back to it. Danino, who followed through on the pressure, stayed in behind the line, was not able to get back in time. Now Norcross coming the other way quickly from the free kick. Macias blocking it off on the far side. Looking at other results around the league, and you can see the playoff picture starting to shape up as Scenic City came away with a win against SSL, helping to solidify their place in the top four. So they came in the top four already. Atlanta United Academy, some good results last week. 3 wins in a span of a week. Was able to get them into the top four, including a win against LSA Norcross Pro. And then Potros having to reschedule a match due to US Open Cup qualifying. They'll have to reschedule another one coming up against North Georgia United. And then they've also got a game that was rescheduled due to lightning. So they've got makeups coming up in early November, where they'll face 6 games in a span of 14 days. A chance here for Ruiz on the front post. Finished with his second goal in 2 games. Danino came across, put the cross in front of Ruiz, and that connection is starting to build as Kevin Ruiz puts Potros up by 2 here in the 22nd minute. Here it goes again. Just Danino carried the ball by himself, got through the pressure on the timeline, put it right on the head of Kevin Ruiz. What a finish there from Kevin Ruiz, getting his 3rd goal for the club, his 2nd of the season, and his 2nd in 2 games. He was a part of the Potros squad back in 2022. Got a single goal in that season. Left the club and came back in this season and picked up where he left off. Gets the start for the 2nd time and gets his 2nd goal in as many games. Norcross now finding themselves in a tough situation where they're down by 2. Only other time they've been down by 2 was last time out against Kalanji Pro Profile, and that happened in added time of the match. So it's going to be a completely different situation now, as they've got about 68 minutes to try to find their way back into this game. We know if anyone can do it, Coach Mochila Galames can be the one to figure out the problem. Salvadorian International has done such an amazing job with this academy throughout the years to build them up to where they are now out in Norcross, Georgia, playing in MLS Next competitions, competing with young players in these types of competitions. But Potros so far proving to be too much for them, and they'll continue to come to the attack. Here's Darinho again. Gets it wide to Graham. Graham's cross looking for Morello on the back post. It's too far for him. Keeps the pressure on. Norcross clearing it out. Oranga with pressure on his back. Heads it forward and carries it himself. Still dealing with the pressure, and now he's able to get it to Verona's feet. Kwesi Paul. Wide to Graham. Finds the feet of Lima, who can turn. Now Morello. Nice run from Graham, who continued forward. Cuts back onto his right foot. Tries the shot. Tries to curl it into the back post, but not able to bring it down on time. Ball put back into play, played forward. Oranga's header. Balls to the feet of Juve, who now plays with his right back coming forward. I believe that's Gutierrez. Again, we don't have a roster, but we do know some of these players. Macias missed it. The LSA player was not expecting it and miscontrolled and now wins it back. LSA, they could have a quick response. It would be good for them. They come forward. Ruiz helping back defending, the second goal scorer. Just tried to poke it away, but it looks like the last touch came off a Norcross player and will be a Potros. So a good reaction from this Potros team. It's one thing that we've seen since Frankie Ruiz came in to take over the head coach position with Potros is that it doesn't matter if they're up by 2, 3, 4. Everybody defends like their lives depend on it. And it's something that you can see he's really instilled into the club and into the team with their mentality, helping them win that championship last year. It came down to a deep and added time penalty kick scored by Manuel Carrillo, who recently was voted as the player of the week in his college season with Life University. But they just fell short in that national playoff to Asheville FC, and now they're working hard to try to get back there again. It's a long season ahead, only their 4th game of the season today, despite being in the 6th week of competition. Like we mentioned earlier, they had a bye week. They had some makeup games that had to get rescheduled. And a hard challenge there from Macias. He's going to receive a card, most likely, right in front of the Norcross bench. Referee pulling him over. And there does come the yellow card to Caden Macias. Band's not happy about that one. And it was a hard challenge there, right in front of the LSA Norcross bench. We'll take a look at it again. It was late. It's hard to tell exactly how bad the contact was from here, but definitely a hard yellow card, borderline. The referees there on the field can have a better view. And Norcross back underway. Have to play through the pressure of Potros. As they play the ball across, the Potros line steps up, forcing the long ball. Verona off his line. Flag comes up late, but Verona would have gotten to it first either way. Now they'll play the free kick for the offside. All over the top, bounces behind and falls to Darinho, flicked around and then eventually cleared. Bradshaw puts it back in. Morello tried to get a touch on it. The pressure from Macias goes down. He'll need to be careful that he doesn't pick up another card. Now Macias on the far side tries to get around his man, but wins a throw-in instead. As we take a look at Potros' bench today, they have some good options, to say the least. They've got Amadou Danfa, who got 2 assists last time out against Dalton United. They've got Sebastian Lopez, who had a great performance against his former club, North Georgia United. They've got Sean McKeever, who got an assist off the bench last week. Matt Mitchell as well, returning to the bench. Jimmy Lee Noel, we know the threat that he can offer. Stephen Raymond, who got a goal in the U.S. Open Cup off of the bench. Daniel Rohr, who had an impressive performance last week, starting in that match. And they've got the return of Tushar Talani, who was with the club on multiple occasions, was playing out in the UAE professional division, and comes in to help reinforce the squad as Dadinho drove the ball into the box once again. Potros continuing the pressure. And then, of course, the last option that hasn't been mentioned yet is the league's golden boot from last season, Nazario and Bomio, returning to the squad after being out with injury. Did not play in this fixture last season, was not a part of the squad at that point of the season. Joined the squad later on. And Potros are going to try to create danger from the long throw. Here it comes in. Paul's up there. It's cleared away by LSA. Bradshaw winning it back in the middle. But Graham, just a missed touch from him, gets it right back to Norcross's possession. They've got players coming forward. Got to get past the press. I believe that's Quasi Paul up there who actually put the tackle in. He came up for the throw, stayed up, tried to stop the counter. And now a free kick for Potros.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Half an hour gone. Goals from Pedro Lima and Kevin Ruiz. See Potros with a 2-0 lead. A yellow card apiece from each team as well. Both teams have 7 substitutes available. Looking at the Norcross bench, it doesn't look like they've got about 7 players on the bench, so no extra players. Potros has a full 9-player bench that they're allowed in the UPSL. A free kick called there on Dadinho. And a long ball over the top, not able to be kept in play by LSA. Ball thrown in, finds the feet of Morello, trying to bring it down, and trips up as he's trying to bring it down, bringing down the Norcross player, committing a foul. And now Norcross able to come forward again. Norcross looking for the long switch. Kept in play. No, won't be. Will be a Potros throw. Including matches under Limeño, this is the 9th time these teams are facing. Potros only able to come away with a win 1 time in the UPSL against them. 6 losses and 1 draw. So, as we mentioned, the thorn in Potros' side, that famous win came in 2022 spring season here at Marietta High School, that 5-2 victory. A very impressive game back in the day. True fans will remember that one. In the blue and red kits. But so far they're looking like they're going to edge out in this one and potentially get their 2nd win in the series, not including friendlies. As we said, 2 teams that know each other well over the years. They've played each other. This is the 9th matchup. And so far, Limeño having the advantage in the series. Potros committing another foul. Referee Mustafa Moshoud on the game today. This time Morelos fouled. Potros get the free kick. Graham gets us back underway, playing short to Kwesi Paul. And Paul miss hit his pass. Happens every once in a while, but not too often. All over the top, Paul quick to it. Sends it back the other way. This time it does not stay in play. Another ball over the top. Flag stays down, but Graham quick to it to win it back for Potros' possession. Verona now sending the ball long, finding Morello unmarked in the middle of the field. He flicked it on, looking for Ruiz, but it was too far behind him. Maybe not aware of the space that he had. Probably could have brought it under his control, but Ruiz wins it back now right in front of us here on the near touchline. Here's Valenzuela. A little bit of frustration from the Norcross fans. As we mentioned, they like to travel in groups. They always bring a great crowd out to these matches. Definitely one of the most loyal fan bases in the UPSL. Always at every game, no matter where it is. And you can hear them on this great ball over the top. Verona's off his line, comes down, gets his head to it, I believe, and just does enough to throw him off. What a play there from Cameron Verona at the edge of his box. That was a chance for Norcross to get back in the game. They just caught Potros sleeping on the back line with the ball over the top. And here they come again. Cross in to the back post. Macias there. Marked his man well. We'll go out for an LSA throw. Look at that one again. A great ball over the top. We mentioned how dangerous they are there, and Verona just threw his head at it. Great work there from the keeper, making up for the little bit of a slip that he had. Did anything he could to stop it. Knew he had to be careful not to commit a handball. And now LSA with a long throw, trying to put it into the box. They go short instead, looking to find another angle. Now the cross comes in to the far side. Lima wins it on the first one. Bradshaw heads it forward. Here's a chance for Potros on the counter. Morello has a bit of a heavy touch, and Norcross able to get a tackle in. And Lima commits the foul on the second attempt as the Norcross player got in between, just grabbed him. And now a Norcross player is down. Don't know if we got what happened there. Time, let's see. No, we don't get it. So the Norcross player down with a bit of an injury. While he gets some treatment, let's see what's gotten us to the point that we are now. The 2-0 lead for Potros started with this goal from Pedro Lima, about 30 yards out, just shot into that upper corner. And then here, a few minutes later, Dadinho driving the ball down the line. Saw Kevin Ruiz at the edge of the 6-yard box, and a header there on the front post, giving Potros the 2-0 lead. And now it looks like Norcross Pro will be able to make their first substitute of the match. Forced to substitute with an injury. Number 2 coming off.
We have no referees, so be careful, LSA. We're playing by ourselves. Not even the black man. He doesn't watch anything.
Atlanta United Academy earlier had a 5-3 victory against FC Birmingham, keeping their place near the top of the table. That one's going to be a fun match to watch next week. Potros taking on Atlanta United Academy at the Atlanta United Academy training ground. That one will be on Saturday next week. As LSA get the ball back underway. Put the cross into the box. It's behind Oranga. Macias there to help clean it up. Darinho back, helping to win it back. Gets it to Valenzuela. Hasn't had much to do, but that time he's forced into giving the ball up. Paul was trying to read the ball, the pass across, and step forward. Now Ruiz coming back to win it back. Darinho gets it across to Morello. Advantage given. Finds Lima on the near side. Graham making the overlapping run. Now finds him. Here's Eric Graham. Trying to get his way into the box. Cross to the back post. Morello's header. Finds Ruiz. But not able to capitalize on the opportunity.
We have no right and no blood.
And now Norcross trying to play out again. Morello just all over the field, making it so difficult for them. His ability to read the game and cover the spaces has been a great addition to the squad in the season. Here's Norcross coming down the line. Paul there to put a tackle in and putting it out for a corner. The LSA Norcross will get their first corner of the match here in the 40th minute. And as we get ready for Kalanji Pro Profile, will be taking on Georgia Impact in Zone 1. Now, as we mentioned, the playoff space is starting to form as we get into the later stages of the match, and this corner kick will be delayed as a little bit of contact in the box that the referee's not liking. Now they'll get the chance to put the cross in. Put into the back post. Oranga wins it. On the edge of the box, shot comes in. That one was nearly into the top corner. From my angle here in the press box, it looked like it was in for a second. We'll take a look at that one again as Verona gets ready for the goal kick. Inches away from getting one back in this game. Just curled right outside the post, wasn't able to find the corner. And now the goal kick comes forward. Graham picks it up loosely on the half field. Has Lima with him, but goes himself to the middle. Quick touch from Ruiz, goes back to Graham. Here's Valenzuela trying the shot. Gets blocked on its way through and easily into the hands of the LSA goalkeeper. Now they're trying to play out again. Potros continuing to keep the pressure high. Forced to go long. Oranga wins it at the half field. And now Bradshaw is able to bring it down. Here's Lima. Still Pedro Lima. Forced to go back to Graham. Kwesi Paul to the feet of Oranga. Oranga looking for the ball over the top. Finds Ruiz. It bounces. Ruiz on the second attempt. Shot comes off of the American football crossbar and out for a goal kick. They're looking dangerous as the time continues to go. Ball back into play quickly by LSA. We'll come back to that chance in a second. Potros winning it back up against high up the field once again. Now Valenzuela tries a shot. It's going to be too high and over the goal. Let's take a look at that chance from Ruiz. This one just bounced, and he read the bounce well. Just not able to keep it down enough. But a great opportunity there for Kevin Ruiz to add to his scoring tally. It's been a great addition as well in the squad. Having played in Division I for the last few seasons with Georgia Impact, they got promoted. And now Paul heads it back to Verona with a diving header, as we've seen many times from the Grenadian. And Verona plays it in behind. Darinho trying to bring it down, has pressure from the LSA player. Now brings it down, trying to turn himself. Goes to goal. It's on target, but too soft to challenge the keeper. Now LSA finding some space in the midfield, but they go quickly forward instead of using it. And now the flag comes up for offside.
Por fin te ganaste. No, bueno. You're bueno, my friend. Go, more classes. More classes, my friend. You know good.
Ball put back in by Verona. Flicked on by Dadinho. Nice move there. Now Lima driving the ball forward. Gets to the edge of the box, puts a cross in. Dealt with by LSA Norcross on the first attempt. Second ball won by them as well. Here they come on the counter. Valenzuela trying to break it down. Gets in the way. Bradshaw on the second one. Can't win it off of him. Plays it back. Dadinho coming back to put pressure. Dealt with well by LSA. Here they come on the near side. Lima coming back to put pressure. Commits the foul. You can hear the crowd getting into the game for Norcross. Take a look at that one again. Good work from the Norcross player as he felt the pressure come in. Just as he sent the pass, just planted his feet in order to draw the contact. Good. And here's Dadinho winning that ball from the header of Paul. Trying to release on the player forward, looking for Ruiz. It's behind him. But the LSA player can only go as far as Valenzuela. Looks like it's going to be about a minute of added time if we saw that correctly. Macias putting the ball into the box. Nobody there for Potros. As we reach the final 10 seconds of regular time, then we'll go into added time. I believe the signal from the referee was 1 minute. It was hard to tell from up here. Didn't get a great view. Norcross trying to make the most of the added time. Here they come with the ball in behind. Macias deals with it well.
Oh, Kevin, that's it. That's your ball, Kevin. Yes, Kevin. Love you, Kevin.
Dale, Lalo. Lalo, vamos, Lalo.
Eric Graham picking up the loose ball. Still with Norcross, but just forced to go backwards. Now they're able to turn. And the pressure in the middle just continuing from Potros, making it extremely difficult, but they keep trying. And now a free kick. Wins a free kick. I mean, you can see the level of skill from the LSA Norcross Pro players to be able to play through the pressure, but it's just relentless pressure regardless. So even when they have the skill to get through it, once they get through the first one, it's just another one right in front of them. And it's very difficult, and you can see the physical battle taking a toll on these players in this first half. Nobody said it was going to be easy. We're now into the second minute of added time. A chance from the free kick for Norcross just before halftime. They put the cross into the back post. Verona's there to punch away. They have to deal with the second cross now. Here it comes to the back post. Verona catching that one in the air. And play continues on. Now into the third minute of added time. Thrown out to Dadinho. He has his shirt pulled on him. No call as the ball continues to move forward. And now Bradshaw able to bring it back to Oranga. Referee puts some whistle to his mouth, and that's going to bring us to halftime. Potros going into the half with a 2-0 lead thanks to goals from Pedro Lima and Kevin Ruiz. Then a physical battle back and forth. And Norcross still looking for their first real opportunity. You can see the halftime statistics here. You can see the physical battle, 10 fouls for Potros, 3 for LSA Norcross, yellow card apiece. And we'll see if either team can make adjustments and how the second half will play out in a few minutes. We'll be back to bring you that one soon. Welcome back. We're here at Marietta High School. Potros FC with the 2-0 lead against LSA Norcross Pro, solidifying their place at the top of the table for the time being. You can see the first half stats, 8 shots to 2. No shots on target yet for LSA Norcross Pro, but they've had opportunities, mainly the one that came near the end of the half that Cameron Verona did extremely well on. We'll take a look at the halftime, the first half goals. This one coming from Pedro Lima in the 16th minute. 30-yard screamer there into the top corner. And then followed up by Kevin Ruiz in the 21st minute. Here as Darinho drove forward, put the ball across the front post and headed there into the bottom corner. And then LSA Norcross, as we mentioned, they were pushing for the tiebreaker, or for not necessarily a tiebreaker, pushing to try to get back into the game. That's the wrong clip. Let's see if we can find it here. This one here in the 35th minute. Ball over the top. We mentioned from the beginning how dangerous they are with those direct passes, and Verona coming off his line, heading the ball away on the ground, putting his head on the line to get the ball away from the LSA player, keeping the score 2-0 going into the second half. We'll see if either team decides to make any changes. I do believe there's a goalkeeper change for LSA Norcross Pro in the second half, as we saw their keepers warming up at halftime. Not sure if there's any other changes. Do our best to call them out as we see them. 45 minutes to go as the referees walk out onto the field for either of these teams to try to come away with the 3 points. Potros with the 2-0 lead. It's been about 4 years since the last time they were able to beat Limeño, now playing under LSA Norcross Pro. We saw last season as Limeño came back into the Premier Division after playing in Division 1 for a few seasons. They earned promotion, and they defeated Potros here at Marietta High School last season with a late winner. The only team who was able to do so in the fall 2025 regular season, spring 2025 regular season. Potros went on to finish second place and win the playoffs to get into the national playoff, where they fell short to Asheville FC in the first round. Now they're trying to get back into that position. They've got a long road ahead of them. Only the 4th of 10 regular season matches. Also participating in U.S. Open Cup. And here we are, underway in Marietta High School. Uranga putting the ball forward, looking for Lima. And quickly put out a play by Eric Graham on the far side. No changes to the Potro side as to how they finish the half. Frankie Ruiz has a myriad of options on the bench of all different experiences and performance levels, namely Nazario and Bomio returning to the squad for the first time since the FC Birmingham game in season week number 2. He was in the squad for the SSL game in week 3, but that game was postponed due to lightning, and so he did not make his appearance there. Missed out on the next match against Dalton United. Week after that, Potros was not in action, and also missed out on the U.S. Open Cup qualifier. So returned to training this week and was fit enough to make the matchday squad. Did not get the start today. Could make an appearance off the bench, and a foul called there against Morello early in this half. We did confirm some scores at halftime as Atlanta United Academy defeated FC Birmingham 5-3, getting their 4th win in a row after starting the season slow with 2 losses. Potros will face Atlanta United Academy next week, just across the street at the Atlanta United training ground. Scenic City Soccer Club getting 6 points in Division 1 after they defeated Potros FC U23 earlier 3-2. here at Marietta High School. Came back from behind twice to win that game, and then the Premier squad beat SSL FC 1-0 out in Snellville, Georgia. Couple of results yesterday as well. Dalton United getting their first win of the season, defeating North Georgia United 4-0. Georgia Revolution bouncing back after a midweek defeat to Atletico Buford, defeating Georgia Athletics 6-2. And then Atletico Buford lost their first match of the season, traveling to Columbus, losing 2-1. Potros will be facing Atletico Buford in the third round of U.S. Open Cup qualifying in 2 weeks from today here at Marietta High School. Make sure to follow all of the social pages to get the details on that match. Back to the match at hand in front of us. LSA Norcross trying to find their way back into the game after conceding 2 early on in the match. But a lot of the same of the first half so far. Those balls over the top, not able to find a teammate, and played away by Potros. Now this time flicked onto the middle. Paul comes forward, doesn't win it. And Eric Graham getting in the way. Again, playing it back to Verona. Pressure on him. Goes out short to Graham again. Pressure on in the corner. Wins a free kick. As things stand, Georgia Athletic Soccer Club and North Georgia United sit at the bottom of Zone 1 and Zone 2 respectively. They would be facing relegation, barring some zonal changes as we've seen in the past. Not always does the team that finishes in the relegation zone actually go down a division. An example as FC Birmingham returns to the Premier Division after finishing bottom last season. So we'll see how that plays out. And despite the current result, LSA Norcross Pro holds on to the 4th spot with the current standings. If this match finishes this way, they'll hold on to 4th after a loss last week midweek to Atlanta United Academy. A foul called there on Quasi Paul. Then LSA, I don't know, it's going to be a yellow card actually. Quasi Paul picks up the second yellow card of the match for Potros. For the challenge, we didn't get the replay in time. We weren't expecting it. It was a challenge on the LSA player from behind. It looked from here that he had gotten the ball, but the referee on the field saw something different and felt that it was too reckless. Despite the way that Quasi Paul plays, he does put a lot of tackles in, but he doesn't often create fouls. It's rare that he gets the timing wrong on one of those. But he does get a yellow card today. And now LSA have a chance from the free kick. They'll have to beat the tall Potros players in the box or try something different than a cross. Let's see what they go with. Referee whistles. Cross comes in to the back post. Uranga, I believe, got a head to it. Took a knock in the process. Goes down. Looks like he got the air knocked out of him. See if we can see exactly what happened. This Uranga stepped across. Looks like as he came down, took a contact from the LSA player. Probably got the air knocked out of him, it looks like. Seemed just incidental. Didn't look like anything malicious from up here. LSA will get a chance from the corner kick. Their second corner of the match. They go short. Trying from another angle. Now the cross comes into the back post. Headed down. I believe that was Paul. Cleared by Macias. Bounces around the half field. Lima gets a touch to it. Has space in front of him, but can't get past the second LSA player. Now the LSA player gets around Lima. Able to find his teammate on the back line. Ruiz there to put pressure. Good work from the LSA player to get around the pressure. And as we mentioned in the first half, the next pressure is on immediately. We said how good these LSA players are at playing through the pressure, but as soon as they get past it, they've got the next one on them. And now they go back to the keeper. They're doing a better job in this half, not forcing it through even with the pressure. They're moving around the back as we're used to seeing them do. Now they get it forward. Bradshaw immediately on top. And this time they're able to put the ball in behind. Uranga coming across. A 1v1 at the edge of the box. Cuts inside. Tries the shot. Uranga gets a touch on it. Still with the LSA player. Now plays it across into the midfield. Has runners coming forward. Goes short. LSA doing a better job in the second half so far. Now they put the ball into the box. It's behind Macias. The flag now comes up for offside. It's hard to tell from this position where he started his run. Didn't get to catch it at the field either. But the referee on the line is watching the play the whole time. So we'll go with what he says. But LSA showing more patience in the second half. Playing through the pressure, not trying to force it and creating the opportunities. But they still wait for their first shot on target. Now cleared forward. Going to go out of bounds. Or throw in. Macias gets it back underway, throwing it long. Ruiz brings it down on the second ball. Finds Lima in the middle, leaves it for Morello. Morello through the middle. Here's Darinho using his speed on his left foot. And what a save there from the LSA goalkeeper to force that one out for a throw-in. Mark Darinho Bino still waiting to get a goal in this game. He's got an assist. He got one out against Dalton United for his only goal of the season so far. He's been important to this team, though, in the way that he creates chances. Look at that one again. A great ball, great weighted pass by Morello. Darinho brought it onto his left foot and not able to slip it past the LSA keeper, but does enough to win a corner. And the ball goes out of bounds as it came in. Referee didn't see the flag come up until late. The cross from Lima. Had curled out of bounds and then came back in. You can see again the work rate as Lima, who's playing on the left side, came across to take the corner. And as soon as the play was about to get back into play, he just sprints back into his position. It just shows the mentality that Frankie Ruiz, as we mentioned before, the mentality that he has instilled in this team, and the camaraderie that they have. Macias going for the long throw, looking for Darinho. Doesn't reach him. Now LSA with pressure. Kevin Ruiz wins it back, gets it across to Lima. Lima flicks it on for Morello. Morello back to Lima. Lima from a tight angle tries the shot. Held by the LSA keeper on the far post. Pedro Lima with his best goal scoring season so far for Potros. Has been on the assist sheet many times throughout the years. Or throughout the last couple seasons. Now getting more goals to his name. Here's a chance for Valenzuela, who's gone into the box. Wins a corner kick. A 2-0 lead likely won't be enough in this match. The way that LSA plays, they can turn a game over on its side at any moment. If they can get the momentum. They saw it against Kalanji Pro Profile in the U.S. Open Cup qualifying. That one's all the way across. Flicked on by the keeper on its way for another corner. I believe that was Lima who put it there. Will go down as a shot on target from the corner kick. Looked like he was trying the Olympico goal. Here's Ruiz now on the back post. It bounces around. Still not cleared. And Lima was there on the back post. Played it off of a LSA player. Wins a throw in deep in the LSA attack. Potros still on the front foot. Throw in coming into the box from Graham. Bounces around, now cleared. Shot from Graham. What a shot and what a save from the LSA keeper to get across. I believe that was Eric Graham who had the shot. It was a little hard to tell from here. Let's see the replay. It was Eric Graham who put the throw in. It was cleared back out. Fell to him, and yeah, the left-footed shot from the tight angle. What a shot. Corner comes in, headed away from LSA. And now cleared on the second attempt. They'll finally get a chance to move forward. But only as far as half field, and Potros back under possession. Gets it back into Kwesi Paul. LSA keeper in the second half doing extremely well to keep the score only 2-0. He still has more work to do. Here comes Lima into the box. Plays it across, too high for Dadinho. And goes out for LSA Norcross throw. They get it back in quickly. Potros continuing the pressure. Ball played into the middle. Bradshaw there, not trying not to let them turn. Now Norcross playing it forward again. Paul with pressure on his back. Does well. And now calmly plays it back to Verona. Verona leaves it for Oranga. Oranga lifting his head, looking for options. Bradshaw there with him to clean up the missed touch, but his pass to the middle was a little too heavy. Kevin Ruiz puts a tackle in. Advantage given. And Oranga able to block the cross, and I believe that's Valenzuela there to clean it up and get it out. But it still wins a corner for LSA. So a little bit of a mistake there in the back between Oranga and Bradshaw, allowing Limeño to put the pressure back on. Need to be careful in those positions. And LSA will be able to make a substitute here. Their second substitute of the match, we believe. There might have been a goalkeeper change at halftime. We're not entirely sure. But we know this is their second substitute during the match, not including halftime. And now they'll have a chance on the corner kick to create more danger. On the back post. Not cleared away from danger yet. LSA putting a ball back in. Finding the back post. A heavy touch goes to the hands of Verona. Flag comes up. Referee waves him off. Allows the play to continue with Verona with possession. His ball forward looking for Lima. Not able to find him. And now LSA back in possession. Here's Ruiz. Still Ruiz. Wins a free kick. No card going to be shown. And Potros with a free kick. An hour gone. Potros still able to be strong in defense. Shouts from the crowd. They wanted the yellow card there, but nothing given. Just the free kick. And now we will see Potros make their first substitute of the match. Caden Macias, who picked up a yellow card in the first half, will be replaced. The player coming on to replace him will be Sebastian Lopez, who got his first start last time out in the U.S. Open Cup qualifying. Comes into the game as a sub, will play about 30 minutes. He goes forward for the free kick. We know he can be a danger in the air. Lima might aim for him. Lima's cross to the back post. Lopez up. And a foul going to be called on him. So his first contribution in the match is a foul. And the goalkeeper tried to play it in quickly. Lima right there to win it back. Ruiz helping to flick it back onto him. Lima's pass looking for Morello was too short. Here's LSA. Lima staying on the near side, applying the pressure, trying to force the the LSA players back. And now a foul called on Lima. The crowd is lively here tonight in Marietta. We love to see it. It's one of those games that will bring the emotions out of the people here in the UPSL Premier Division. Two teams competing, trying to be at the top of the state of the division. Here's Morello. Finds Lima. Lima winning it back. Now Uranga. Time to play it back to Verona. Cameron Verona plays the ball forward. Was looking for the head of Morello. And he'll try again. Over Morello again. Ruiz on the second ball trying to win it back. LSA able to bring it under control. Nice flick on in the middle of the field. But Graham there. Now foul's going to be called against Quasi Paul. Needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card. Was just a little bit late to that one in the middle of the field. Gives away another free kick. Ball in from LSA Norcross. At the edge of the box, falls to a player for Norcross. Cuts back. 1v1 with Lopez. Lopez staying strong, forcing him into the corner. Now goes into the box. Lopez needs to be careful. Does enough to get a touch. The LSA player across and Verona now grabs it. Still loose. Cleared away by Lopez. Here's Dadinho with some space in front of him. Has Lima in front. Has Morello to his right. Goes wide to Lima. Lima cuts it back. Now has help coming from the far side. Finds the feet of Morello. Has help from Ruiz. A back heel pass to him. Ruiz gets it onto his left foot. Just over the bar. Looking to sneak it into that top corner. But not enough to bring the score ahead. And Norcross gets the ball back in quickly. We'll come back to that. Here they come again. Through the middle. Still Norcross, still looking to try to find an answer in this game. They go for the shot from the edge. It's too far wide. See that chance from Ruiz again now. Morello took a little bit of a heavy touch, but then the little back heel to bring it back to Ruiz. Nice touch to create the space for himself, but just can't keep it down. And then the other way around. LSA Norcross trying a shot from the edge of the box. Wasn't enough to test the keeper. Ball back into play. It bounced in the middle as Morello went for it. A foul called on Limeño. LSA Norcross Pro. Formerly Limeño. And it looks like we might see the reintroduction of Nazario and Bomio soon. If my eyes are not mistaken. Here's Quasi Paul finding the chest of Kevin Ruiz. And nice flick there from Lima, finding the run of Valenzuela. But he's not able to bring it under control, and now Lima puts a tackle in. Valenzuela winning it back. Finding Ruiz, flicked it on for Lima. A tackle comes in from Norcross. One back again by Ruiz. He's all over the pitch today. Here's Kevin Ruiz again into the box. His cross is blocked. Ball bouncing at midfield. Paul left it, and it falls to the feet of Uranga, who goes back to Verona. Verona skipping the back line, looking for the head of Morello. Morello doesn't challenge for it, and Limeño's able to get under control. Here's Xavier Juf for Limeño. Nice run, but the flag comes up. It looked like he had just timed it correctly from up here. Referee said otherwise. We'll see if we can take a look if we got it on the replay. Let's see. We can see the starting position as that ball came in. It's hard to tell. You can't really see the position of the defenders. But now it is the time to see Nazario Mbomio coming back in after missing out a few weeks. 7 goals on the season so far in 2 matches. Comes off the bench today to replace Darinho, who got himself an assist. Got an assist last weekend out in the U.S. Open Cup qualifying. One of the historic players of Potros. Was with the club since before they were even an independent club. And now Nazario Mbomio, the golden boot from last season, enters the match. His first contribution as a header down to Lima. Valenzuela gets it wide to Mbomio. Mbomio back to Lima. Lima leaves it for Valenzuela. Valenzuela with a shot from the edge of the box. It's safely into the hands of the LSA keeper. LSA Norcross still yet to put a shot on target in this match. 68 minutes gone. About 12 to go plus, or 22 to go plus added time. Potros continuing the pressure on. This time they go long. Uranga across to get it out. LSA playing from the back, getting numbers forward as they start to get a little bit more desperate as we reach the final quarter of this match. Nice ball movement around the back here. Just waiting for the right opportunity to go to the attack. Now they look for it. Eric Graham's in the way, but his own teammate made it a little bit difficult for him. Now Norcross with a cross, blocked by Graham. Lima back on his feet. Gets the ball back under his control with pressure all around him. Tries to turn. Can't get through. Now a chance for Norcross. At the edge of the box, puts a shot in. It's blocked by Paul and cleared by Bradshaw. LSA pinning Potros back in their defensive third. You can see Potros with the discipline to be able to absorb the pressure. Not trying to press too high or give any opportunities behind. That one gets in behind, but Graham quickly across to get it out for a throw. LSA plays it short. Looking for a crossing opportunity here. Graham in the way. Another throw for LSA Norcross. As I mentioned in the first half, LSA, Limeño going to be getting those two mixed up all the time. We know both led under Josue Galdames, La Mochila, the Salvadoran international, leading this club to new heights. They keep the pressure on, but still not able to create any danger, and Potros will get a goal kick. See a couple substitutes warming up for Potros. Looks like Jimmy Noel and Tushar Tolani might get some opportunities in this game. Tushar Tolani returning to the club after a couple seasons away, playing in the pro divisions in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. In between clubs currently, came back to Potros in the meantime. The Alpharetta native, Alpharetta Johns Creek area, joined the club in 2022 when he was only 17 years old. Got the opportunity to go play pro in the Middle East. Now he's back and rejoining the Potros squad. We'll see his first minutes as he heads to the half-field line. We did a catch-up with Tushar last season during the playoffs. You can check out the episode of the Potros podcast where Captain Benjamin Uranga sat down and spoke with Tushar Tolani and talked about his experience getting the pro contract and the opportunity, what it was like being in the UPSL. And now he will get his opportunity once again in a Potros shirt, entering this match for the final 18 minutes plus added time. That will see the end of Sebi Morello, who's recently came back into the team after an early injury early in the season. And Tushar Tolani back in the black and gold of Potros, back on the pitch. Let's see what he can do. The 20-year-old, more mature version of Tushar Tolani than we've seen in the past. LSA Norcross still chasing the game. Here's Tushar Tolani putting pressure. Oh, sorry, that's actually... Yes, that was Tolani. Now Ruiz. Norcross with the ball over the top. Eric Graham putting the pressure in the corner. Gets around Graham. And Graham commits the foul to give away a penalty kick for LSA, giving them an opportunity. They haven't had a shot on target, and now they'll get the chance from the penalty spot. Graham feels like it was hard done by. Take a look at the replay. It looks like he got a touch on the ball. The referee speaking with the assistant referee there and does give the penalty ultimately. So we'll see it one more time. It's a very difficult call to see from here. It looks like he got a touch on the ball, but the referee from his angle felt that he tripped him up in the process. So a penalty kick for LSA Norcross Pro. A chance to get some life into this game after opportunity after opportunity. They step up for the PK. Verona stands on his line, comes across and placed into the top corner for the goal for LSA Norcross. 2-1 here in the 75th minute. LSA want the ball back to get quickly restarted. So no clean sheet today for Potros or Cameron Verona. They've conceded one goal in each of their last 3 UPSL matches. They concede one here today. They'll need to be strong here in these final 15 minutes to hold on. Can hear the crowd chanting Limeño. The change of name doesn't change their identity, as Limeño Georgia gets one back in this match. Here's Kevin Ruiz getting the ball back up forward. A chance for Potros to respond right away, but that one's wide of the goal. Ruiz looking dangerous. As the play's back into play, we'll take you back to live in a second. As Limeño puts the ball forward, they win a throw in on the far side after trying to go down the middle. Now the ball's back in. Paul heads it out. And LSA pushing Potros back again. Now Tolani trying to win it back. Commits a foul. LSA puts it back into play. Ruiz putting the pressure, but referee doesn't allow it. So Potros will feel like they've been hard done by with that penalty call against them. But now LSA putting the pressure on, cleared by Graham, who was the one who committed the foul, but it came off of an LSA player, so they'll get the throw. And now they'll have to hold on for another 14 minutes. A goal in this moment of the game can really help. But we mentioned it earlier, the 2-0 lead was likely not enough going to be enough with the way that LSA put the pressure on. Here's Bradshaw picking up the ball, plays it wide to Ruiz. Here's a chance to regain their 2-goal lead. Ruiz on the back post, shot into the hands of the keeper. Trying to play it out, pressure on from Potros. Looks like a substitute was made and we missed it. It looks like Jimmy Noel has entered the match. And he replaced Pedro Lima, we believe. Here is Noel. Does well to put the pressure on, wins it there. Oh, but commits a foul. So we won't get it that time. Potros trying to hold on to their 100% record this season in all competitions. LSA trying to get back after 2 losses in the last 2 matches. Kwesi Paul fouled there in the corner. Be a chance for Potros to kill some time off the clock and get some momentum. Paul will take his time to get up. And we'll see Sean McKeever get prepared to enter the match as well. Potros having made 4 substitutions of their 7 allowed. Those being Sebastian Lopez, Tushar Tolani, Nazario Mbomio, and Jimmy Lee Noel. They'll make their 5th in the next opportunity as Sean McKeever steps up to the halfway line. Will likely be a replacement for Kevin Ruiz, who's had a great performance today. A goal to his name and continuously creating danger, winning balls in good positions. And now Tolani gets a touch here to Mbomio. Mbomio wide to Valenzuela. Valenzuela with pressure on his back. Does well to keep composed. Now gets it back to Lopez. Lopez looking to swing it across to Oranga. Oranga back to Lopez. Lopez with the ball in behind. Falls to Mbomio. He goes down, and that's going to be a penalty kick for Potros. And a yellow card comes out to the Limeño player. Nazario Mbomio pulled down from behind in the box as the ball bounced behind. We'll look at that one again. Lopez with a great ball over the top. Just not dealt with well, and the Limeño player comes across, grabs the shoulder, and a penalty kick in favor of Potros. Pedro Valenzuela, the one to step up for it. Looking to get his first goal of the season. Valenzuela puts Potros back into the 2-goal lead with about 9 minutes and a half to go in this match. Potros regained their 2-goal lead and put themselves in a great position to get all 3 points for another time this season. Take a look at that one again. The goalkeeper trying to put Valenzuela off with his positioning. Did not matter. Calm and cool and collected and finished that one into the top corner. Pedro Valenzuela coming back into the team. Has been with the club for many seasons since 2022. Left and came back this season. Was a part of that championship team in the spring 2025 regular season champions. And in that process, we also did see the end of the day for Kevin Ruiz, who got himself a goal. Sean McKeever came in to replace him. Nazario Mbomio back into the squad, winning his team a penalty kick. Foul called there against Tushar Tolani. The 18th foul against Potros this game. It hasn't been a really dirty game, just a lot of small fouls here and there. Just shows the physicality and the gamesmanship of the two teams. Only 7 fouls committed by LSA. They put a ball into the box. Uranga up to it, mistimes it. Paul and Bradshaw can't get it away. A chance here, a shot on target for LSA Norcross into the hands of Verona. He'll take his time, but he knows that he's only got a few seconds left with the new rules. Now sends it down the field, looking for the head of Mbomio. He brings it down with his feet instead. Now the reverse pass to Chartolani. Wide to McKeever. McKeever trying to find his way into a crossing position. Gets it across the goal. Dealt with by LSA. Here they come the other way. Wide. Lopez leaves it. Gives the space for LSA to carry the ball forward. Now Lopez goes into the tackle. A great tackle. Comes off of the LSA player and wins a Potros throw. Great work there from Sebastian Lopez. A longtime rival of Potros, playing for multiple clubs and other teams. Comes into the squad and just builds the camaraderie. Fighting for the badge. Love to see it. Sebastian Lopez throwing it back to Uranga. 2 subs remaining for Potros. It looks like another one getting ready. Matt Mitchell. Ball into the feet of Noel. Tried to flick it forward to Tolani. Picked out by LSA. And a great tackle there from Graham to get it back. Uranga back to Verona. McKeever asking for it on the near side. Goes to the far side instead. Over to Lani, won by LSA. Into the middle. Bradshaw steps up but leaves it. LSA trying to pull themselves back. 6 minutes remaining of regular time. Playing it along the back line. Potros staying focused, cutting all the passes through the middle. They forced to come wide. McKeever coming back to help defend. Played through the middle.
I don't think he can't see me.
A nice ball through in the back. Free kick called against Bradshaw. At the edge of the box. A chance from the free kick. A tight angle. Might not look for a shot. Will probably look for a cross. Unless they try to sneak it into that front post. We'll have to get over the wall of Tolani and I believe Graham there. They play it down on the ground. Bradshaw on the way. Second shot comes in. What a save there from Cameron Verona. To block that one out. Send it for a corner. Take a look at that one again from the free kick. Bradshaw blocked the initial cross but wasn't able to get it cleared. And then on the volley, Verona had to be aware to it and had good reactions. 4th corner of the match for LSA. They put the cross in. Now cleared away by Jimmy Lee Noel. Falls to the feet of Mbomio. Trying to bring it down, but LSA all over it. Now they put a cross in again. To the back post. Lopez there. Goes over him. Played to the edge of the box. A shot here. Not going to test the keeper. Will go wide. For a goal kick. And now another substitute lines up for Potros. It's Matt Mitchell. Sebastian Lopez a little bit slow to get up. Having a conversation with the referee to see if he needs any attention. Got a one-man job here in the press box. Forgot to update the score on the scoreboard in the field. But now Pedro Valenzuela, the goal scorer of the penalty kick, is replaced here in the 87th minute. Matt Mitchell comes on to replace him.
It's updated. They had to. I just want to let you know.
The 38-year-old helping to close out this game for Potros will play a little bit deeper, as we can see, alongside Bradshaw instead of ahead of him as Valenzuela was. Just bring a little bit of extra energy. Despite his 38-year-old age, he's got very young legs. There he is right there on the ball, forcing the ball out for a throw. Another one of those players who have come in to help reinforce the Potros side as they look to defend their title. They're not done here yet. They've got 1 foot in the door, but they've still got to hold on for another couple of minutes plus added time. They'll come away with all 3 points. LSA trying to find their way through. Great work as Kwesi Paul sends it forward, looking for Jimmy Lee Noel. LSA win the first ball. Trying to get it under control here in the middle. Surrounded by 4 Potros players. Manages to find his teammate wide. And the pressure from Mbomio winning it back. Here's Mbomio. Trying to maybe add to his goal tally, but his pass to Noel was too wide. And it will be an LSA throw. Oh, Paul misses the ball there. A chance for Norcross. They play it across into the box. Lopez and Verona working together to get that one out of play. And it ends up coming off of LSA last, so it becomes a goal kick. Great work there from Lopez and Cameron Verona, doing everything they can to make it as difficult as possible as the shot came in. Eventually comes off of Verona, and then Xavier Jouf there on the far side tried to keep it in play. And his touch ends up putting it out for a goal kick. And Lopez stays down. He had a bit of a collision there, I believe, with Verona. Potros still have 1 sub remaining. Sebastian Lopez a little bit slow to get up. The options that Frankie Ruiz has on the bench remaining are Amadou Danfa, Steven Raymond, and Daniel Rohr. So if Lopez is not able to continue, it would probably be Rohr, the most like-for-like change at right back. Although he mainly plays in the midfield, he has slipped into right back a few times. Also has the option to throw Latrell Bradshaw back in the back line, as we've seen him before, or potentially Jimmy Lee Noel. Lopez back on his feet and jogging on the far side, so he most likely will continue. McKeever drops back to cover for him in the meantime. And Lopez now at half field, waiting to come back on. The cross comes, or ball forward from Verona, finds the feet of Noel, brings it down and turns. Has the overlapping run of Tolani, but LSA can put it out before they can make anything of it, and came off of a Potros player, so LSA throw. Laid back into the middle, one-time touch forward. Pressure around him, a great tackle there from Noel. Oh, but a foul called. LSA with a last-ditch effort as they get into added time. Bradshaw with the winner of the header on the edge of the box. Tolani plays it forward into space. McKeever can't get to it. Did not see how much added time there will be. Referee's looking at his watch, puts the whistle to his mouth. You can't imagine that the game will be less than 2 minutes of added time. Probably closer to 4 or 5. Based on the stoppages in this game. There were a couple of injuries that needed to be taken care of. Lopez just had one recently. 2 penalty kicks. So now the throw in from Lopez, putting it into the box. Polani gets it back in possession. Takes it himself to the line. Tries to go around the LSA player. McKeever's there with him. And a foul eventually called on Tolani. LSA play it short. McKeever there to put pressure, forcing the long ball. Play continues here. Bradshaw picks it up. Plays it to Noel. Noel trying to get around. Will he be able to keep it in play? The speed of Noel, but no, he's not able to keep it in play. Be a throw for LSA. LSA moving the ball well from the back. Carrying it into space. Potros players retreating back. Now played wide. Lopez coming across, cuts inside, shot off target. Verona will send it down the field, possibly for the last time as we reach the final seconds of the 3rd minute of added time. We don't know if any more is going to be after that. We'll see as the ball's played forward by Mitchell, finding the feet of Noel, who commits a foul. And a yellow card will come out and be shown to Noel. LSA throwing everything forward. They'll put a ball into the box and hope for the best. If nothing else, to at least try to get their goal difference a little bit better, as they'll be fighting with Potros and Atlanta United Academy and Scenic City for those playoff spots. Balls into the box. Bradshaw wins the first header. McKeever brings it down. Plays it forward. No one there except for LSA. And Bomio came in late and put enough pressure to force the ball forward. Lopez misses the header. LSA with the ball. Lopez coming back to put pressure again. LSA with the switch to the far post. Graham gonna win it. Finds the feet of Noel. Noel has Mbomio in front of him. Plays it to the space. Comes down. LSA wins the first header and brings it back in control. Referee puts the whistle in his mouth, and there's the final whistle. Potros FC continue perfect on the season with their 4th win in 4 matches in UPSL Premier. They'll be back next week to take on Atlanta United Academy away from home. We will probably bring you that match. Stick around on social media to make sure that you see our YouTube channel so we can bring you all of the matches this season. And this has been Christopher Uranga. Thank you for joining us. Pedro Lima, Kevin Ruiz, and Pedro Valenzuela get the 3 goals to help Potros get the win and stay on top of the table for another week. Thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time. We'll leave you with the final.
Ya estaba.